Welcome back to Here's the Takeaway podcast. I'm your host, Kim Bindle. Excited to connect with our guest today. She was on season 23 of The Voice, Team Kelly Clarkson. Good pick. I'm impressed. She was born and raised in Meridian, Mississippi. She has always had a heart for telling meaningful stories through music that point people to Jesus. I love that. As the daughter of former minister of music, she felt a calling to weave music and faith from an early age. Please welcome to the podcast, integrity music artist, Holly Brand.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad you're here. So I've been to Mississippi, but I don't think I've been through Meridian before.
That's okay.
So let's say you and I are going to go have a girls' day in your hometown. What is that going to look like? What are we going to do?
Okay, so we're going to start off the morning at my parents' house on the back deck, and we're going to drink coffee and sit by the fire. My parents' house is like my safe place because I'm born and raised there, lived there till I got married and then moved to Nashville. And it's surrounded by woods, so it's just a very peaceful Zen moment. And then I would probably have to take you downtown, do some shopping, see the town area. And I think we would end the day by going to a show at the Riley Center, which is, I think, one of the oldest opera houses in the whole country. I'm pretty sure. So we would probably end the night there.
Okay,
sure.
Would you get up and sing?
I mean, I might.
Okay.
If there was an opportunity.
You gotta do it, of course. All right. So you grew up in this beautiful Christian home, and your dad was a music minister?
Yeah, so this was before worship pastor was what we called it, but he was a music minister bivocationally. So I grew up in church. Southern gospel was what I was raised on, in country music. And I actually hated church growing up and could not wait to graduate and move to Nashville and never walk inside the doors of a church again.
Wow. Okay.
And then I got saved. And then Jesus.
So tell me about that, though. Like, okay, your dad's the music minister, and you have this very intense, real feeling about, no, thank you. I do not want it.
Yeah, I was the rule follower growing up. So, like, I never really did anything outside of the norm. I mean, my parents could just look at me and I would, straighten up. I just found church to be boring. I just didn't like it. I wanted to go home and watch cartoons, and I wanted to sing. So I loved Carrie Underwood, Reba, Leanne Rimes, like that era of country music. And like that's what I was thinking about 25-8.
Well, having listened to your music, you do sound like those. You can tell that you're influenced by country for sure, and definitely the royalty of country music that you just named.
Thank
incredible.
you.
So talk about when you were like, okay, I'm just posing. I'm being kind of a poser right now, because we've all been there.
We've all been there.
Especially when you're raised in the church, like I was too. What hit you that you were like, okay, it's time to stop playing. I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah. Well, when I was 14, we ended up moving churches, and my dad was no longer a minister of music bivocationally, and so we went back to the church that my parents met at and got married at over 30 years ago. And they forced me to join the youth worship team. I had never led worship before. Like I had sang with the choir at church, but never really led worship with a team. And I couldn't drive, so I had to go. So I was forced to go. And the first Wednesday night that I led worship, I loved it. I felt something different. Couldn't quite figure out what it was. And I was baptized when I was, 9, but I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just doing it because all my friends were, and that's what you were supposed to do.
Right.
And so shortly after that, that was in the fall of, I think, 2014. And then shortly after that, we had a guest pastor come in one Sunday, and he was just preaching about, like, do you really know the Lord? Like having a relationship with the Lord. And he ended his sermon with a story about a teenager who was at church, left Sunday service, got in his car, and was killed in a car accident, literally leaving the church parking lot. And so his point was, don't wait. If you
Mhm.
don't know for sure that
Right.
you're settled with the Lord,
Right.
we're not promised literally another
Wow.
minute as you get in your
Mhm.
car. So do
Yeah.
not wait. And that entire sermon, I was just glued. I didn't zone out one time. And I felt convicted. I was like, I don't know for sure. I don't feel like I have that relationship with
Mhm.
the Lord. This isn't a religion. This is a
Yeah.
relationship. And I went home, talked to my parents about it, and then that night walked down the aisle and talked to my pastor, and I got saved in the stairwell of that church.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where your parents got married and
And
met.
yes, and where I met my husband and where we got married.
It gets even better.
Even better. What a full circle.
Love these stories.
The most Mississippi thing you probably ever heard.
So great. Did you wear your mama's wedding dress?
No, I wanted to wear hers for my rehearsal dinner,
Great.
but we got married so quick that there just wasn't time.
Okay.
We went from hello to I do in 7 months, and that was almost 3 years ago.
Okay, super romantic. What a story to tell. It is truly Southern, and I love every inch of it.
It
It's
is.
so good. Let's talk about music.
Okay.
Okay. Let's talk about this lovely song, I Know Somebody. Where did that come from?
Yeah. So I wrote that song 2 years ago at
Mhm.
Curb Records in downtown Nashville, and had no idea that we were going to write that song. So typically I come into a write with some sort of title idea or concept or just something that I feel like the Lord has put on my heart that we need
Mhm.
to write. And I had something completely different. And it was 3 of us. And after sharing, okay, I think this is what I want to write about, all 3 of us said, I know somebody who's going through insert situation and told a
Yes.
story. And I said, well, I know somebody from my hometown who is 14. Her name is Charlotte, and she has just been diagnosed with cancer.
Mm.
And she had osteosarcoma near her knee joint. And so she had to have multiple rounds of chemotherapy and ended up having surgery where now her ankle serves as her knee, and she has a
Wow.
prosthetic leg, and she's an athlete.
Wow.
Right. But today she's cancer free. So
Yes.
praise God.
Woohoo.
But she was the person that I knew that was really struggling. And after I shared that story, one of my co-writers said, well, that's what we have to write. We have to write I Know Somebody. And it just felt like the Lord kind of took over the room, and it was a really easy song to write. It just came right out of us.
Wow.
And the song has become really personal to me, not just because of Charlotte, but because of so many others that I know who've walked through
Yeah.
a lot of difficult circumstances,
Mhm.
divorce and cancer diagnosis and losing family members, loss of jobs. Like
Mm.
everybody knows somebody who's either lived that
Mhm.
song, or they know somebody that has,
Right.
or you know, maybe they lived it themselves.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I think everybody needs to hear the hope in the song.
It's
Is that
beautiful.
Thank
It is
you.
beautiful. And it's so great to hear the background on that because I had sarcoma cancer.
wow?
And so it's interesting that it's just beautiful that
Thank
that was your inspiration, precious soul that
Mhm.
inspired you to write that. How lovely is that?
It's incredible.
You're a great writer.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
really a great writer.
Thank you.
So let's talk about one thing he wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
That was my first single or my first song
Mhm.
ever. And that was, also was one of those writes where I actually didn't have a title idea. I was like, guys, I ain't got nothing today. And we just started talking, and that's some of my favorite writes where you walk in and like you do the small talk, like what's been going on in your
Right,
lives.
right.
And something comes from the conversation that you're having. And so we were just talking about, there's so many opinions nowadays
Right.
about who Jesus is, and like if Jesus was here on earth in 2026, how would he respond to XYZ
All the
situations?
stuff. Mhm.
And we were talking about that. And one of my co-writers said, but one thing you wouldn't do? You wouldn't give up. No matter what you're going through or what you've done, no matter what your past looks like. I don't know what he would
Right.
say and how he would respond, but I do know one thing. he wouldn't give up and he would keep pursuing.
So then you guys like walk right into the title of the song. Like,
Yes.
There's one thing you wouldn't do.
There's
Hey,
one thing you
there's
wouldn't
the
do.
title.
And I was like,
That's so good.
that's a great title. So we wrote it, and I wrote it in May of 2025 and turned it in. And my A&R called me immediately, and she was like, Holly, this is your best song.
Wow.
I love it. And so we released it in October, and yeah.
So good. Beautiful writer.
Thank you.
Beautiful writer. All right, let's have a little bit of fun.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go ahead and do a rapid fire for Holly. Ready?
Okay.
So first thing that comes to your mind, it's all good. All right.
All right.
And some of these have a little bit of a Southern twist, especially this first one. Is it going to be coffee or sweet tea?
Coffee.
Me too. I like that. Yeah. Early mornings or late nights?
Oh, late nights.
It has to be because you're an artist.
Yeah.
Nashville Writers Round or big stage show?
Oh.
I know.
I love writers' rounds.
You do. Okay. Have you been to the Bluebird in Nashville?
Yes. I got to sing at it last year, and it was great.
Yeah.
I loved it. I mean, my Bluebird
Check.
debut.
Off the list. That is awesome. All right. One worship song you never get tired of.
I never get tired of one worship song. Oh.
There's too many, right?
There's a lot. Oh, goodness of God. Bethel.
Okay.
I sing that song at literally all of my big shows. Just
Mhm.
the writing and that is so good, and the truth in it.
It's very grounding.
It is. I could
Mhm.
listen to it every day. I could sing it every single day, and it's still, the truth in it just still moves me every single time.
I love that.
So
That is good. All right. I think I know the answer to this. Boots or sneakers?
boots.
Yes. She's got some very cool boots on today. I absolutely love them. You said there's a pocket inside of them
Yes.
to
You
hold
can
all
put-
your stuff.
You can put your lip gloss, your ID, your cash.
Who knew?
Yeah.
I'm going to get some boots. I think I'm going to go shopping for some boots. Okay. Song you wish you wrote.
Song I wish I wrote. I love all music. This is the problem.
Okay.
My playlist is full of all different sorts of genres.
Okay.
Let me think. Song I wish I wrote.
That's a hard one
That is hard.
because you're going all kinds of genres.
I'm gonna literally go home and listen to my playlist in the car and be like, that one, duh.
That's the one I wish I wrote. That's okay. We'll move along. It's okay.
Okay.
All right. Most played artist on your phone right now. Who are you listening to?
Ella Langley.
Okay. All right. And one thing fans would be surprised to know about you.
I wanted to be a storm chaser if music didn't work out. So Twisters,
Seriously?
that was gonna be my life.
That doesn't scare you at all.
Not at all. Well, now living in Nashville and living in an apartment, I get a little bit more wigged out because there's not really anywhere for me to go
right.
if something happens. But I love weather. It fascinates me. I love to watch videos about it. Like, seriously, that was my backup plan. Like, there was a show on the Weather Channel, I think, called Storm
Right,
Chasers. And
yes.
it was like my favorite thing when I was a teenager.
It's awesome.
But now I sing instead, so it works out.
Much safer. Much safer.
Much
We'll just
safer.
go with
My
that.
mom's happy.
I know. She's like,
Thank God.
let's stick with the singing. All right. So we haven't talked too much about it, but you got to go on The Voice.
Yes.
Okay. Has there been like, you before you went on The Voice and you after you went on The Voice? What's the difference?
I would say maybe a little bit more sure of myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've always struggled with my confidence. That's something I've had to battle for a long time, and always just second guessing myself and doubting myself.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went on The Voice, there's so many good singers,
Right.
and you're just hopeful when you get there because
Right.
everybody's good.
Right.
And I feel like my coach Kelly really helped me learn how to be sure of myself.
Mm.
And in our rehearsals, she always the first pass in rehearsals was not my best because I was nervous. I was singing in front of Kelly Clarkson.
Of course.
And every time after, she would be like, you have the range, you have those notes that you're trying to hit in you. It's when you doubt yourself and you second guess that you panic. She was like, if you would just not do that, you would be fine. And I learned the importance of not comparing to
Mm.
other people. The Lord gives everybody different gifts, and it's really easy to look at somebody else and go, what about that? Well, I don't have that. Just to have a lacking
Yes.
mentality about yourself.
Right.
And I feel like, that experience taught me how to not do that and how to be sure in what the Lord has given me and to embrace that
Right.
and to focus on that.
It's
So
hard because it's
it's
hard to
hard.
stay in our lane. It's like, oh, because
is.
that looks interesting over there, but
Mhm.
it is distracting.
It is.
It's so distracting for what you were designed for.
Yeah.
So I know there has got to be some girls growing up in the South right now, or the North, or whenever, who have a dream in their heart. What would you say to them?
I would say just go for it. It might sound a little cliche and something that is said a lot because it's something that was said to me, but you never know until you try. My philosophy is always just ask. The worst somebody can do is say no. You have everything to gain and nothing to lose. When I moved to Nashville, I didn't know anybody, and I literally just DM'd people and asked them to write with me and went to so many coffee meetings. I just asked because what's the worst that can happen?
Right.
So I would say just go for it. You never know until you try, and you also never know what the Lord's going to do with that. You never know what's right around the corner. So do it. Go for it.
Ooh, love it.
Do it.
We'll take that. I could talk to you all day long. You are so much fun.
Thank you.
Holly, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. This was so
Yes.
much fun.
Absolutely. It's girl chat. I love it.
Girl time.
Thank you for being with us today. I hope there was a nugget that you took away, that maybe there's something that you've got that you really want to do, that God's put on your heart. Go for it. Ask lots of questions and just jump. Go for it. Thanks for being with us today. We'll see you next time.